Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of After 30 with Cara Eriguel. Today we have another exciting guest. Now, I have one question for you first before we start. Do you want to learn how to read minds? I've always been so fascinated with mentalists, behavioral analysts, and people who can read other people well. Decoding human emotions, thoughts, and reactions have always been a thing for me. My first choice, actually, little trivia, as a course in college was behavioral science, and I ended up in theater. So it's essentially still has so much to do with observing, studying, and embodying the human experience, right? Now, did you know that studies have proven that 93% of communication is nonverbal in nature? 7% verbal, which is the word spoken, 38% vocal, which is the intonation, volume, or pace of how you speak, and 55% visual, which is body language, setting, and context. Now, this explains so much why miscommunication is often the root of most arguments, if not all. Even with people you've known your entire lives, most times it's hard to understand and decode what they really mean or how they're really feeling in the moment. Body language says so much more than the words that come out of our mouths. Sometimes it even starts as soon as you meet someone for the first time and you shake their hands. Even them choosing not to shake your hand says so much. And all the more now. I mean, I can imagine how much harder it is because we're still iffy about touching, diba? Now, all the body languages reflect how you truly feel. Whatever attitude or emotion you're feeling is likely to be reflected in gesture, movement, and even your posture. Learning how to read body language is just basically learning what to look for, how to spot it, and how to decode or even use it. It is understanding how another person's brain works because our brains are all wired differently. You can't expect everyone to be as touchy or friendly as you, right? And it also goes for the opposite. So, how do you read people's body language to read their minds? And can you? This knowledge and awareness for me is an essential human skill so that you can accommodate your language, both body and verbal, with people you're with in order to build rapport, which allows you then to reach the full spectrum of people that you hang out with or encounter. To help us understand this further, we're talking to a mentalist. And I just found out a fellow Marian of mine, someone who went to the same high school as me. Everybody, please welcome to the podcast the mental assassin, the one, the only, Justin Piñon. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Kara. Hello everyone who's listening or watching right now, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Good night na.
Hello. How are you? Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you so much for making time. I'm so excited to have you here on the show. And like I said kanina, how amazing is that? I rarely meet, high school, I mean, yung mga ka-high school ko and the work that I do. So what an honor to have you here. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. The privilege is mine. And syempre, lalo na excited because I'm speaking with a fellow Marian. We've been working for a couple of, we've worked with a couple of times before na, no? So, hindi ko akalain na Marian ka din pala. So, thanks for having me. Super excited for this interview.
I know, me too. Okay, hindi na tayo magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Okay, I'll just go straight into it. How and when did you figure out that reading people was something that you were good at? Is this something you were interested in and then studied, like what I'm doing now, Or is it something you just one day discovered na you're exceptionally good at it?
Alam mo, super saya because it started when I was in high school. When I was in high school,
What?
yes, nagkaroon ako ng girlfriend ng time na yon. So, we were in a relationship for 5 years since high school up to college. So, we decided na yung school namin magkatabi. So, I studied in San Beda, siya sa Holy Spirit. So, we were in a relationship for 5 years. Tapos nung fifth year ng relationship namin, may nangyari, she broke up with me. And she was my first girlfriend kasi nga high school sweethearts kami. So, she was
Mm-hmm.
my first girlfriend. Hindi pa ako nakakaranas ng breakup. Hindi ko pa alam kung anong gagawin ko nung time na yon. So, yung mga napapanood natin sa movies, nangyari sa akin yun, yung mga friends ko, pinipilit na nila ako tumayo sa kama, umalis ng bahay yung parents ko, pinapagalitan nila ako kasi hindi na ako nakapasok sa school. Sabi ng friends ko, Justin, ang baho na ng kwarto mo, maligo ka naman. Yung mga ganun kasi because hindi ko talaga alam kung paano mag-move on, super sakit. So, after a year or so of trying to move on, I just realized, nung pagkagising ko, what if I can read minds? Because if I can read minds, malalaman ko na makikipag-break na pala siya sa akin. Or what if, what if I can,
Kinilabutan ako.
di ba? What if I can hypnotize people? I-hypnotize ko lang siya, bumalik sa akin. So, yun yung naging motivation ko. Noong time na yun, that was my motivation. So, nag-research ako. So, based on my research, in order for you to read minds, or to have cognitive abilities, you have to be psychic daw. Sabi, you have to be psychic. So, nag-aaral ako, paano maging psychic? So, nagkaroon ako ng mentor. Nag-aaral ako sa school niya, pangalan niya si Jaime Licauco. So, he's one of the parang known psychic researchers here in the Philippines. Tapos, I learned naman, but after, when I try to do kung ano yung mga tinuro niya, hindi ko magawa-gawa. Kasi ko magawa-gawa. Sabi, Sir Jimmy, bakit hindi ko makita yung future, yung mga ganun. I cannot read your mind, I cannot move this spoon, whatever. So, sabi niya sa akin, Justin, baka hindi pa open yung mind mo, baka hindi open yung third eye mo, ganun, you need to relax, ganun. So, at the verge of giving up, naglalakad ako sa mall, I went inside a bookstore, then I saw this book. Nakita ko yung book. Ang title ng book is Definitive Book of Body Language by Alan Pease and Barbara Pease. Uy, body language. What is that? So, na-intrigue ako dun sa book na yun. I bought it, read it, then after reading it, na-realize ko, uy, so if I can read someone's body language, I can also read his or her mind pala. Because, based on that book, sabi doon, whatever it is that you are thinking of, it will be reflected on your body. Uy, okay to ah. Sabi ko, sige nga. Like yung sinabi mo kanina, yung 17% verbal, 55% non-verbal, so 38% vocal, di ba ganon? So sabi ko, o nga no, tapos lalo ako naging fascinated with human behavior and body language. Sabi ko, gusto ko maging mentors kong dalawang to, si Alan Pease and Barbara Pease. Paano ko ba sila makahanap? So, minessage ko sila, nag-email ako, sabi ko, I can study, I wanna meet you, ganun. Sabi nila, ang sumasagot lang sa akin, ang ano nila, mga staff nila. Sabi sa akin, you have to go here in Australia, taga-Australia kasi sila. So, wala pa sila, hindi pa uso nun yung mga online schools, wala pang mga virtual schools nun. So, sabi nila, I have to go there para mag-aral. Wala pa akong pera nun kasi student pa lang ako nun. So, sabi ko, paano kaya to? One time, bigla ako naabutan online sa Skype si Alan Pease. So, I took the opportunity. Spoke with him, pinakita ko sa kanya yung mga kaya ko nang gawin after reading their book. Tapos, after studying some more, pinakita ko. Nagulat siya, sabi niya, okay Justin, parang sinabi nila, tuturuan ka namin, may mentor ka namin, tapos nagbayad pa rin ako ng tuition fee ko, pero hindi ko na kailangan pumunta sa Australia. So naging friend ko sila, naging mentor ko sila, minentoran nila ako for about siguro 6 months din.
Wow.
Nag-meet kami 2-3 times a week, gano'n. Tapos, natuwa sila sa naging outcome. They gave me the permission to teach their modules here in the Philippines because aside from performing, companies also hire me to teach them how to read people. So most of my clients are from sales. So tinuturuan ko sila kung paano close ng deal, how to read if they're interested or not, and how to turn the tables around kung nakikita mo na parang, uy, hindi to masyadong interested sa sinasabi ko. So, yun lang naging module ko. Tapos after a few years more, naka-create na ako ng own modules ko. So, doon ko lang na-discover yung mga conversational hypnosis. Kasi, yung hypnosis kasi, minsan inisip natin, budol yun, or parang...
Yun automatically pumasok sa utak ko budol.
Pero, create yung hypnosis for our mental health talaga. So parang ang hypnosis nag-umpisa talaga yan sa hypnotherapy. So hypnotherapy basically is parang you're a psychiatrist pero ginagamitan mo ng trance in order for you to discover kung ano yung issue ng tao. Diba? So I heard you one time one of your podcasts kasi nag-scroll ako ng mga podcast mo, meron kang isang intro na nagustuhan ko na parang sort of, parang hypnosis siya, yung close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. So parang ganon. So, yun yung mga ways in order for a person to be inside trance and to be suggestible or to know kung ano yung issues na or not. Ganon. So,
Mm-mm.
naging fascinated ako with hypnotherapy and NLP or neuro-linguistic programming. Basically, neuro-linguistic programming is how you can understand someone's mind. Kasi
Yeah.
pinanganak tayo na wala tayong user's manual of our brain. So
Uh-huh.
hypnotherapy, yung NLP or neuro-linguistic programming, you know kung paano nag-work yung mind mo. And kung nalaman mo na, malalaman mo din kung paano nag-work yung mind ng kausap mo in order for you to communicate effectively. Ganon. So, di
Right.
ba nabanggit mo nga, isa sa mga source ng miscommunication is yung hindi mo talaga na-observe yung taong kausap mo. So, ganun
Mm-mm.
din ang NLP because we are all unique. So, you are unique. Ibig sabihin, you have to understand and you have to realize that the person you are talking to is also unique. Di ba? What are you
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yung kung ano sinasabi mo, yung context ng sinasabi mo, might be different sa kanila. So, you have to understand how their mind works in order for you to know what to say and what to do. So, parang holistic na siya, pinagsama-sama ko. Tapos yun, in-apply ko rin siya in entertainment kasi ako, yung heart ko kasi nasa entertaining people din. Kaya rin ako naging mentalist kasi tama kayo, I draw energy from people eh. So,
Mm-hmm.
I like being on stage. Nag-aral din ako ng theater arts kasi kahit ano siya, kahit mentalism siya, you have ano kayo, nasa stage kayo kasi basically
Oo.
mentalism kasi is a performance artist. So I have to know yung workings ng stage, how to talk to people, ganon. So nag-aral din ako ng konting theater para maintindihan ko din talaga. Kasi 'di ba, kung nag-work tayo, 'di ba, we work on stage eh, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
So I get people ganon. So I have to understand kung paano yung pagpo-perform on stage. So, yun yung mga nangyari sa. And I'm sure you are wondering kung nagkabalikan ba kami ng ex ko. Kasi di ba yun yung motivation ko eh, di ba? Kaya ako gustong maging mind reader is to get
Pwede ko
back.
bang basahin? Pwede ko bang subukan, hulaan kung
Sige,
nagkabalikan
sige.
kayo?
Sige.
Hindi, pero grateful ka sa kanya.
Correct. Galing mo ah. Mind reader ka ah. You,
Ah!
you are a mind reader. Tama ka, tama ka. Hindi kami nagkabalikan because along the way na-realize ko na nakaka-move on na ako. And tama ka,
Mm,
grateful ako sa kanya. Kasi kung hindi nangyari yun, wala ako dito ngayon. Hindi ko alam kung, hindi ko
exactly.
imagine kung ano yung ginagawa ko ngayon because I love what I do eh. Gusto ko yung ginagawa ko ngayon. So, hindi ko ma-imagine. So, di ba, nag-start siya with her. So, kung hindi nangyari yun, wala ako dito ngayon. So, grateful ako sa kanya. And
Amazing.
we became friends again. And we are good
Oh.
friends. So, we're okay. And Marian din siya. Kaya, ayun.
Mamaya off the air tatanungin kita kung sino 'yan na i-tsismis mo sa'kin.
Sige.
Pero kung sino man siya, thank you very much dahil kung hindi dahil sa'yo wala kaming podcast ngayon ni Justin Piñon.
Tama,
And he wouldn't
tama.
have been able to help lots and lots of people with, what it is that you did. But, it's amazing because hindi pala siya, I guess, listening to you, it's not something that you were just, "Huh, magaling pala ako dito," no? It's something that ang galing nung 'pag nag-push sa'yo, it was a heartbreak, 'di ba? You were at, I guess, at one of the lowest points in your life and you were like, "How can I ngayon listening to it parang funny nung tweak 'no, parang paano ko
Oo,
kaya mababasa yung utak ng tao para alam kung kailan siya makikipag-break, 'di ba? Ang galing nung
tama.
premise na gano'n, eh, but it's wonderful how what it has done to your life, 'di ba? Thank you for sharing that story with us, my gosh.
You
Nilabutan
know,
ako the whole time listening
I
to
love
you.
sharing that story kasi parang ako din eh, nare-realize ko na from from something like that, something negative na nangyari sa buhay ko, nagkaroon ng maganda eh. So, every time
Yeah.
something bad happens to me, I just look back to that story and
Mhm.
ask myself, ano ba yung pwedeng matutunan dito sa nangyayari sa akin ngayon ng masama, di ba?
Oo, ano yung teaching moment? Ano ba yung tinuturo sa'kin nung experience na 'to? 'Cause most definitely, not always, but more often than not, merong iniiwan na lesson sa'yo yung mga masasamang nangyayari sa atin, 'di
Yes,
ba? The
yeah.
unfortunate and painful things that happen to you. Help you out somehow once you're, of course, out of the pain, 'di ba? Mare-realize mo lang 'yan. Okay, my second question for you, Justin. Thank you so much for sharing the beautiful story with us. Anong experience naman did you have that made you realize that this was a skill that not a lot of people have? I know you studied it. I know you really did so much, took all the steps para I guess, mahone itong skill mo na to. Pero, when did you and how did you start your career in mind reading? Paano mo nalaman na, magaling ako dito ah?
Nung after studying dun sa mentors ko, tapos of course I looked for other mentors kasi for me importante pa rin yung may mentor ka kasi sila yung magdadala sa'yo ng tamang landas. Nag I just tried one time kasi mahilig ako tumambay dati sa mga coffee shops after nung may day job pa ako after work. Mahilig ako tumambay sa coffee shop. After school, mahilig din ako tumambay kung saan. And I just observe people. Tapos sabi ko, what if lapitan ko kaya ito? Tapos, a stranger, lapitan ko and I'll try something with this person. Yun, nag-try ako, gumana, naging friends ko sila. Tapos hanggang sa yun na yung naging ginagawa ko everyday. Tumatambay ako doon hanggang sa nakikilala ko na yung mga people doon sa area na yun, doon sa coffee shop na yun, mula sa guard, mula sa mga barista, so naging friends ko sila. Tapos pag may dumadating na tao, ay, puntahan niyo po si Justin, magaling magbasa ng isip yan. So, napapractice ko na siya. Tapos sabi ko, what if gawin ko kaya tong job ko? Kaya ko kaya? Sabi ko gano'n. Kasi nga may nakikita akong mga performers na magicians, di ba? Kasi basically, mentalism kasi is also it's a branch of magic. So, magic pa rin siya.
Mhm.
May iba't iba kasing kinds of magic. May tools of magic, illusion, stage. Mine naman is mentalism. So, basically, mentalism is I show people the power of the mind. Parang how wonderful your mind is. Ganon.
Mhm.
So, yun ang mentalism basically. So, sabi ko, what if i-perform ko to professionally? Sabi ko, meron akong na-meet na another performer, a magician, tinanong ko siya, nalaman ko na ito, yun yung day job niya, nakakakuha siya ng shows, events, and then kumikita siya ng malaki, na okay.
Ah.
As in, may family na siya, na napapakain niya yung mga anak niya, napapag-graduate niya. Sabi ko, so, pwede siya maging career.
Mhm.
Hindi, natatakot ako ng time na yon kasi syempre sanay ako sa pag sinabing work, nasa office ka, do this, do that,
9 to
job,
5, oo, yung
yes,
stable,
oo.
steady na trabaho.
Hindi ko alam kung magagalit na yung parents ko, pero tinry ko siya. Ang weird thing na ginawa ko, nung nag-decide ako na gusto ko na maging professional, kinabukasan, nag-resign ako. Nag-resign ako, tapos sabi ko,
Wala ka pang trabaho nun na
wala,
sure? Kasi
wala
nag-resign ka
pang
na?
show. Wala pang show, wala pang anything. Wala pang event. Nag-resign na ako. Kinabukasan, pagagising ko, nakatunga nga lang ako, sabi ko, wait, wala pa akong event, wala pa akong show. Bakit ako nag-resign? Hindi ko pa, wala pa akong kakilala, hindi ko pa alam yung gagawin ko.
Hmm.
So, nung time na yon nag-start na rin ako maging independent. So, meron akong sarili kong apartment. So, sabi ko, wait, parang paano ko babayaran yung ganito, ganito, ganyan.
Mhm.
So, for ilang months, for 6 months, as in wala akong income. Siguro more than 6 months, walang income na pumapasok sa akin kasi wala akong show. So, nag-decide ako mag-present sa mga kilala kong na may company ganon for free muna kasi I'm planting seeds pa. So, and just to test out kung yung kaya kong gawin and para siguro makita nila. So for free hanggang sa padami na ng padami hanggang sa nagkaroon na ako ng price, nag-umpisa muna ako sa maliit, tapos hanggang sa palaki ng palaki ng palaki, tapos kinuha na ako sa TV. Actually, nung na-start ako na mag-guest sa TV show, doon na dumami talaga yung shows ko. So,
Mm.
I'm grateful din ako doon na may nakakita sa akin na isang researcher para mag-guest sa ma-feature nila. Then, naging sunod-sunod yung TV guestings ko. And then, yun na, dumami na yung ano. Tapos, nagkaroon na rin ako ng parang way ko of marketing myself, yung parang paano ako lalapit sa mga company. Kasi ang niche ko talaga corporate events eh. So, paano
Yeah.
ako lalapit sa kanila, paano ako magbibigay ng proposal. So, parang naka-create na ako ng sarili kong marketing strategy, which is, in a way, kung isipin mo yung ginawa ko, hindi siya maganda kasi nag-risk talaga ako ng sobrang 100% risk yun eh. Na for 6 months, wala akong makain. Medyo mataas yung pride ko noon, hindi ako humihingi sa parents ko kasi nga, ano na ako, independent
Adult
na
ka
ako.
na,
So,
oo.
may mga times na napuputulan ako ng kuryente, hindi ako makagrocery, gano'n. So, siguro, yun yung naging motivation ko din na to push myself further, di ba? To siguro yun yung yun yung way for me to create my marketing strategy, gano'n. So, yun, hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko pa rin siya, yung mga strategies na naisip ko noon, and it still works, pero hindi ko siya ma-advise sa mga nag-iisip ngayon na mag-resign, tapos gawin mo yung ano, kasi hindi siya,
Mahirap yun,
ano,
mahirap yun. I mean, I
oo,
get it. I get how it can propel you, 'di ba? Kasi literal gutom ka eh. 'Di ba? You're literally hungry. So you have to find a way to pursue kung ano yung gusto mong i-pursue, 'di ba? Some people it works. It worked for you wonderfully, 'di ba? Pero I guess yun nga eh, siguro bago kayo mag-resign, mag-ipon muna kayo, guys, no?
oo.
May
Pwede naman
fallback
pagsabayan, actually, pwede siyang pagsabayan, kung
pwede,
gusto
oo.
mo, di ba? Pwede siyang pagsabayan yun.
Although meron kasing mga tao rin na, I guess kung komportable sila, they're comfortable in the uncomfortability of wherever they are, tas bahala na lang cruising through life. May mga tao who will need that push that you did with yourself, na parang, wala ka ng choice eh, 'di ba? Kung hindi lumapit talaga sa mga tao, hello, ito yung kaya kong gawin. Pwede mo ba akong, I just need 5 minutes of your time, 'di ba? If you weren't in need of anything, you wouldn't have pushed yourself that much, 'di
And
ba?
buti na lang, natutunan ko yung mga body language skills and persuasion na nagamit ko talaga siya when I market myself.
Mismo. Yun din, no? So this is also apart from, I guess, figuring out a better way to communicate, 'di ba, with your loved ones, your friends, asawa ninyo. Ang laking tulong din ito sa trabaho. Not just for
Yes,
salespeople. When you talk to your boss, when you talk to your
yes,
fellow, 'di ba, katrabaho mo, pag nasa meeting ka, may pinipitch ka, tapos may taong nakayuko lang ganyan, hindi nakikinig sa'yo. Ano,
yes.
what does
So,
that tell you? 'Di ba? I mean, hello. That's as clear as day. So how do you even draw them in? Yun pa, meron pa, 'di ba? May mga skills ka pa na gano'n.
yes.
Okay, we'll get a little bit deeper into that now. But which brings me to my next question. Justin, what you do is truly mind-boggling. Like, basta meron akong, saan ko ba napanood yun? Basta napanood kita somewhere and it was like in a group of people and, I think it was Filipinas Got Talent, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. And you asked people to write their names down on a piece of paper, put it in a
Yes, yes.
ruleta, ganyan, ganyan, and then, but I guess by ano of elimination, and then the name na nabunot ni Billy Crawford written on there was the name that you had written on this parang sheet of paper, and I'm like, that's not even mind reading anymore. That's not even behavioral, diba? It's not body language anymore. But it's not a regular magic trick, the
Yeah.
way I see it and the way I experience you. So I honestly don't know how you do it without giving away too much of your secrets, of course. How do you do it? Joke lang.
Well,
Can you ito lang, para mas specific. Can you give us examples of easy tells for you in terms of decoding yung body language? For example, gestures, facial expressions, posture, positioning ng kamay pag nagsasalita. What do they mean?
actually, ito yung pinaka na master ko ngayong pandemic kasi di ba most of the time ganito virtual, no? So nakikita lang natin 1/4 ng katawan. So you have to rely on the person's facial expression. So in NLP, based on where you look, yung mata kung saan tumitingin, you know where they are focusing on or kung paano nila nakukuha yung certain information. So for example, if the person is looking upwards, left or right, inaano nila, nagpo-focus sila sa something that they saw before or nag-focus, parang pinipaint nila yung picture. So, for example, tinanong kita, anong ginawa mo last week? Tapos tumingin ka sa taas. I know for a fact that you
Mhm.
are visual. You are a type of person na visual
Hmm.
ka. So, ini-imagine mo yung ginagawa mo
Eksena nung
last time.
ginagawa ko last week.
Tapos, may factor pa yan kung nakatingin siya upward to the left or upward to the right. Di ba? So,
Ano yung sa left?
pag tumingin siya sa upward to the left, okay, sa left niya, hindi sa
Mm.
left mo, this person is recalling something. Okay, nagre-recall siya. Okay, so, yung ibig sabihin nun,
Okay.
parang, wait lang, nalito ako sa left and right eh. RL, okay. Um, construct and recall. Okay, so, nagre-recall siya. Ibig sabihin nun,
Okay.
this person is recalling something that they saw before. Okay? Pag tumingin mo sa upward to the right, they are constructing something. Ibig sabihin, iniisip nila, nag-iimbento sila, ganon. So, doon na pumapasok
So,
yung
lie yun kapag
pwedeng lie, ganon. Pwedeng lie, or pwede
oh.
naman if you are a creator. You are,
Right, right, right.
artist ka, di ba? So, you are creating something, upward to the right. So, pwede naman, tinatanong mo, anong ginawa mo last week? Gumaganon siya, upward to the right. Uy, teka lang, parang nag-create siya. Tapos to the left, uy, medyo totoo siya sa... Naalala ko to nung isang example, recent example is, hindi ako magbabanggit ng names, no? Pero,
Ah.
napanood ko sa TikTok, tapos parang na ano siya, na-scrutinize siya kasi alam mo yung 7-Eleven thing na tapos sabi nagsisinungaling siya. Kasi meron daw tao na pumasok, pinili yung
Ah.
gantong kaso, ganun. Habang kinikwento na yun sa TikTok, nakikita ko na yung mga tells niya. Sabi ko, wait lang, nagsisinungaling to ah. Hanggang sa scrutinize siya ng mga tao. Tapos inamin niya, sorry, I lied, ganun. Kasi dahil lang sa eyes niya. Kasi totoong pumasok. Pag tuwing sinasabi niya yung 7-Eleven, nakikita ko yung recall. Tapos tuwing sinasabi niya yung, ina-explain niya yung sinasabi dun sa tao, nagko-construct siya. So parang, uy, wait lang, there's something different. So sabi ko, nagsisinungaling to. Pumunta siya sa 7-Eleven, pero hindi nangyari yung sinabi niya. Tapos inamin niya.
Oh my God! Wait. Kailangan ko lang isingit to. Was Amber Heard lying the whole time?
Um, I can't say. Kasi ang mahirap doon sa trial na yun, hindi
Artista siya?
naka-focus kay Amber Heard eh. Hindi, parang iba-iba eh, nangyayari eh. So, hindi ko talaga makita yung context ng situation. Doon kunyari when every time na may nag-ask sa akin about that, I can't say eh. I can't
Mm.
say pero kasi hindi ako nakatutok kay Amber Heard all the time eh. Kasi iba-iba yung
Okay.
witnesses, minsan napupunta sa lawyers, ganun. Titingin sa
Ah.
kanya, magpapan sa iba. So hindi ko maano. Pero may mga times
Decide.
na nakikita ko yung incongruencies sa body language tsaka sa speech ni Amber Heard.
Okay, noted. Wait, parang itong ine-explain mo sa amin ngayon, no? As something, again, I'm super interested in. So, left is recalling memory, right is nagko-construct.
Yes.
Tapos visual sila
Yes.
because they're envisioning a scene, di ba, and they ask them.
Correct.
But when you ask the same question, what did you do last week? Meron akong nakita rin na if they look sideways or down,
Yeah.
auditory, yun ba yun?
Ang auditory naman, when they look the sides.
Ay,
Side mismo, left and right. Yes,
okay.
left and right. Sides talaga. So, when they look, wait lang. Actually, nalilito ako sa left and right when I explain. So, bubuksan ko lang yung cheat sheet ko
Sige, go, go,
para
go,
mas,
go, go.
para ma-explain ko further sa'yo. Kasi ito, sobrang gusto ko talaga tong topic na to.
Ako rin, I'm loving it so much. Gagamitin ko sa asawa ko, naku, humanda ka sa
Yes.
akin, Paolo.
Lagot.
Saan ka galing? Anong ginawa mo kanina? Tumingin sa kaliwa. Punta ako dun sa ano. Sino kasama mo? Si ganito. Tumingin ka sa kanan sa taas. Hindi totoo yun.
Yes. Wait lang, I'm just opening my, actually, na-open ko yung PowerPoint presentation ko pa nagtutalk ako. Para
Wow, I
mas,
love it. We're getting a sneak peek into your paid talks.
para mas mapakita ko sa inyo yung tama.
Sige lang. I love that. So while you're looking for it, no, this is something I'm really also interested in because yun nga, I watched it or read it somewhere na ganun nga, merong visual, merong auditory, meron ding, ano yung tumitingin sa baba? Emotion,
Yes, ito,
recalling
I'll get
emotion.
to that. So again, a recap.
Okay.
So if a person is recalling something that they saw, when you recall something, your eyes will look upward to the left. Okay, yan. Tama naman
Mm,
sabi kanina. And when you're
tama.
constructing, upward to the right. Okay, so, tapos sa ano naman, sa auditory naman, if you are recalling something that they heard, they will look to the side and to the left. Okay, so ano lang naman yan, recall, side to the left, to the right, recall, left is construct, diba? Tama ba?
Baliktad. Right
Recall.
yung
Sorry.
recall.
Sorry. Recall is left,
Left recall,
construct is
right
right.
construct.
Okay. So, pag tumitingin kasi ako, nasanay na ako na pag doon, okay, pag yung recall, doon construct. Pag ginalagyan ko na ng label na right and left, nalilito, doon lang ako. So, kailangan
Gets
may
it.
cheat sheet ako.
So, hindi ka
So,
visual, auditory ka.
yes. Or hindi, I mean, auditory and kinesthetic ako. So, we'll go to kinesthetic later.
Okay.
So if they are constructing something that they heard, they will look to the side and to the right. So constructing, we see this sa mga musicians na gumagawa ng kanta. Okay, na gumagawa ng kanta. So,
Okay,
they
okay, okay.
construct. So, pag nakita mo yung tao na, kaya nakipag-usap ka sa kanya, tapos madalas siya tumingin sa left or sa right, uy, auditory itong tao to. Ibig sabihin, na process na yung information na nakukuha niya from you or from the world through sounds, yung auditory.
Mm-hmm.
Ang visual naman, napoprocess nilang information sa pumapasok sa brain nila through visual things. So, in order for you to communicate effectively with them, kung nakita mo na to, okay, visual siya. So, visual din yung ibabalik ko sa kanya. So, mag-uumpisa na ako magsabi ng mga visual words. Alam mo, nakita ko last time na nagpipaint ka or nagluluto ka. Ang ganda nung niluluto mo. So, ano siya, lahat na sinasabi ko, visual. So, kapag auditory naman siya, madalas sila sabihin nyo parang, alam mo, naginig ko na yung company na to. Parang gano'n, naginig ko na to. I like the sound of your voice. Ganyan. So kasi, ano sila, auditory type of people sila. So, ito naman, if you are recalling a feeling or emotion, kunwari inaalala mo kung ano ba yung naramdaman ko noong time na yun, kaya tinanong kita, anong ginawa mo last week? Pag tumingin ka down to their right, pag tumingin sila down to their right, they are recalling a feeling or emotion. Nasaktan ba ako noong time na yun? Happy ba ako noong time na yun? The bored ba ako noong time na yun? And so, another thing naman, if you are mentally talking to yourself, they will look down to the left. So usually naman, di ba may mga times na yung kinakausap natin yung sarili natin. So kapag may kausap ka na tao or client, tapos biglang tumingin siya downward to the left, they are talking to themselves. So baka they are contemplating kung anong gagawin nila next. Ganun. So depende on the eye movements, malalaman ko. So when I read minds, kung saan tumingin yung mata, malalaman ko kung ano yung pinofocus on nila. Kung tumingin sila sa taas, alam ko na kagad na nagpo-focus on sila sa bagay. Diba? Sa thing. Pwedeng thing, pwedeng pangyayari. Pero mostly pag tumingin sa taas, thing ito eh. Pag tumingin naman sa down to the right, emotions or feeling, usually nasa isip nila love. Usually nasa isip nila yung ka-close nila na tao. Ganon. So, pag tumingin naman sa left or right, sound-based yung iniisip nila. So, alam ko na parang ano to musician ba to? Baka iniisip nito ano. So, unti-unti, nalalaman ko na decipher ko kung ano yung iniisip ng isang tao through their eye movement. Tapos next na doon is yung body language.
Okay. Teka, naano ako, pinagpapawis yung kilikili ko habang tinitignan mo ako, parang iniisip ko tuloy, shit. Decipher kaya ni Justin. Sige, iyaano kita, so far, in the most concise, shortest way that you can, so far, what have you read on my face in the 30 minutes we've been talking to each other? Anything you can say about it?
You are, for your friends siguro, madalas ba sila mag-confide sa'yo when they have problems? Because you're a good secret keeper. I can see that you hide lots of secrets from other people, nanggagaling sa ibang tao. Not your secret, wala ka naman siguro masyadong secrets, I can see. Because you are an open book type of person. When you want to say something, you say it up front. Diba? Ayaw mo yung paligoy-ligoy. Pero you are a good secret keeper. When, kunyari may problema yung isang tao, you will keep their secret to the grave na type of ganon na pag may pumipilit sa'yo na sabihin mo namin sinabi niya, ayaw mo sabihin kasi importante sa'yo yung integrity ng pinag-usapan ninyo. Yan. So, for your friends,
Kinikilabutan ako sa'yo, nakakainis ka.
para sa mga kaibigan ni Cara, ako na nagsasabi, mapagkakatiwalaan talaga siya with all of your stories.
Maraming salamat. Guys, alam nyo na yan. Sabihin nyo na sa akin lahat. Joke lang. No, wow! Okay, that's amazing. All right. Whew! Sige, we'll move on from that. From the major kilabot. But okay, so that's eye movement. So yun yung because you're basing it off of, what you've been trying to learn more of now because mostly virtual din yung ginagawa mo. But how about, let's say, let's use let's say a presentation. Kunwari, sales, kunwari you're doing a sales, ganyan. Or you want to catch somebody's attention and listen to your story. Let's use those examples that you gave kanina. Meron taong visual. So I'm guessing if you want them to listen to you, you start what you're about to say with, look at this. Or imagine this. Diba,
Yes.
ganon. Sa
Yun yung
auditory, listen.
listen.
Listen. Paano yung sa iba?
Yung, alam mo yung word na imagine, that is a strong word, sobrang strong word. Kasi merong mga activators na tinatawag. So, when you say imagine, feel, see, try, yun yung mga activator words. Now, when you say imagine, sinasabi mo talaga sa mind, subconsciously, to imagine. So, imagine yourself 10 years
Mm-hmm.
from now that you are really successful. Right? Ganon. So, isa yun sa mga activators na mag-unlock ng brain nila. Pero aside from those area, yung sinabi ko kanina, meron din naman sa presentation, sa body language mo naman. So, the best na pwede kong masabi sa inyo is this. When you present, always show your palms. Ganyan. Huwag yung masyado mataas na ganito, di ba? Medyo baba na ko. Di ba kung napapanood natin yung mga, kung meron kayong mga idol na mga speakers, pastors, when they speak, they always show your palms. Why? Because showing your palms tells your client or the people that you are being honest about what you are saying. Pag pinapakita mo yung palm mo, honesty yung ibig sabihin nun. You are honest and it also shows submissiveness. Kasi di ba when we promise, we show our palms. Ibig sabihin, pagkakalabas yung palm mo, you are not concealing anything. You are not hiding anything. Pag tinago mo na yung palm mo, it tells the subconscious mind na kausap mo na you are hiding something. So, show your palms, ibig sabihin, wala kang you are disarmed, parang gano'n. You are being honest about what you are
Okay.
saying. Ito, small lang yun, small gesture lang yun. Pero, big impact to sa kausap mong tao. Nung natutunan ko to, at lagi ko nang ginagawa, pinapakita ko yung palm ko, mas tumataas yung average ng pagkuha ko ng yes sa client ko. Yun yung napapansin ko. So when you show your palms, make sure na okay, medyo close na ganyan, yan, close yung fingers, medyo naka-open, okay lang, pero wag yung ganyan, yan, because this shows sarcasm. Right? Parang
Oh, sarcasm.
pinipilit mo yung point mo kasi parang masyado mong, alam mo kasi, ganyan, di ba?
Okay,
So,
okay, gets.
medyo ganyan lang, relax, show your palms when you say something. Yan. Now, never put your hands sa likod when you speak. Never put your hands inside your pockets when you speak. Yan. Kasi when you put your hands inside your pockets, ibig sabihin nun, two things. One is non-involvement. Pag may kinakita kang tao na nilagay niya yung kamay niya sa loob ng pocket niya, ibig sabihin nun, Justin, hindi ako interesado sa'yo. Hindi ako interesado sa'yo, sabi mo, huwag mo ako isali dyan. Non-involvement yun. Pero kapag
Ah.
yung speaker, nilagay niya yung kamay niya sa loob ng pocket niya, ibig sabihin this person is hiding something from you. Yan. So never speak na yung nakalagay yung kamay mo inside your pockets. Instead, show your palms when you speak. And iba, pag hindi ka na nagsasalita, ibaba mo lang, relax ka. Kasi minsan, di ba, may mga times na pag hindi tayo nagsasalita, hindi natin alam
Awkward.
kung saan ilalagay yung
Ah.
kamay natin. Nag-fidget, gano'n. I'm sure you know this kasi you're a host, di ba? Nag-host ka. So, you know na when you speak, talagang papakita mo yung palms
Mm-mm.
mo, di ba? Gano'n. So, isa yon sa pinakamalaki na maa-advise ko when you are closing a deal, when you are speaking in
Show
front of
your
people,
palms.
di ba? So, show your palms, yun lang. Pag nakita
I
nila yun,
love that.
good things will happen.
I love that. Show your palms, guys. You know it. Whether you're presenting or whether you're talking, I guess, to someone you love, diba? Or someone you want to convince that, or something, diba? Just open palms. Kasi iba rin yung, oh no, now you have to be a little bit more conscious of how your hand gestures go when you're talking to someone. Because
Yes.
some people go like this. Ikaw, dito ka. Some people do this. Ako, I
When you
notice
do
when
this,
pag ginanito ko, tapos, I'm not listening to
correct,
you.
correct.
Diba?
Ito, kasi based naman nung paano mo ipapakita yung palm mo sa tao. Di ba sabi mo ito, when you do this, ito ano
Hmm.
to, aggressive to. Feeling niya, ito siya, ito ka lang.
Eto ka, oo.
Yeah. Same din pag ganyan na siya.
Lalo
Ito
na
ka,
'to.
ito ka lang. Yes. Okay. Pero kapag ganun siya magturo, alam mo kasi, ganyan. Nandun yung ano. So, ibig sabihin, submissive siya and mabait siyang tao.
Galing. I'm learning so much. I love it. So, okay, first important, be aware of, I guess, the eyes, diba? Yours and the person you're talking to. And also at the same time, your hand gestures when you speak. You have to always show your palms. Never point. Diba?
Never
Kasi
mind.
this reminds you of an angry mom eh. Diba? No, you
Correct,
can't do
correct.
this. Ganyan. Diba pag sinabihan ka, alam mo ikaw, done. I'm sorry. I'm not listening to you. Walang nare-retain. Parang, Ganun na yung utak mo after that eh. So, if you want to be listened to, if you want to be understood, pointing fingers is not the way to go. Diba? Open palms, like what Justin
Open
said. I
box.
love that. Okay. Now moving on to my next question, Justin. Apart from the amazing work that you do, how has reading people and body language helped you and your relationships with other people?
Actually ano siya eh, yin and yang. Parang meron siyang good, meron din siyang bad. Good is, I became more aware of my surroundings. I became more aware in a way na mas naging sensitive ako. Alam ko na kagad, nararamdaman ko kung na-overstep ko na ba yung isang tao, na-hurt ko na ba siya, o mali yung sinasabi ko, ganon. So alam ko na yung mga gagawin at sasabihin ko next kapag may kausap ako.
Mm-mm.
Also, na na-take ko siya to my advantage in a way na I can get what I want, ganun. Pero in a good way, in a positive. Hindi naman, hindi
uh,
yung in a manipulative way. Kasi meron ako na-discover na tinuturo ko din sa sales, pero pwede mo rin siya magamit in your everyday life, which is good intentions. So, if you are powered by good intentions, good yung mga lalabas sa bibig mo, good yung mga gestures mo. So, sinasabi ko sa sales and persuasion, may mga times na namamanipulate tayo, may mga times na gusto natin bumili kahit hindi
mm-mm.
natin kailangan yung bagay na yon na binibenta sa atin because
Mhm.
nararamdaman natin yung intention ng taong kausap natin. So, if good yung intention mo, bibili sa'yo yung taong kausap mo kahit ayaw niya yung produkto, kahit hindi niya kailangan yung product. So, ganoon din kapag may kausap ka lang na friend. Di ba minsan pag may kausap tayong tao, nararamdaman natin yung kung
Energy nila.
energy niya, kung ini-etchos ka lang ba niya, or kung nagsasabi siya ng totoo. Di ba kasi, your intention speaks louder than your words and your
I
actions. Di ba
love
sabi nila, eh, ano yung unang saying doon? Parang, action speaks louder than words, di ba?
mm.
Pero, your intention speaks louder than your words and your actions. So, kahit hindi ka nag-aral ng mind reading, you'll see and you'll feel the intention of the person you are talking to. I'm sure there's a time in your life where naka-encounter ka ng seller. Kunyari, sa sales natin ko ano yun kasi marami tayong na-encounter na seller talaga
Yeah.
na parang ang kulit-kulit niya, Kara, bilhin mo to, kailangan mo to, Kara, kunin mo na to ngayon, ganyan. Tapos, di ba minsan nakakainis pag pinipilit sa'yo. Tapos sinabi na nga, I don't need it at the moment. Hindi ko pa siya,
Mm.
kahit may pambili ka, pero alam mong hindi mo kailangan yung product na yan, tapos pinipilit sa'yo. Minsan, nararamdaman natin kung either ang kulit niya, parang pampuno lang tayo ng quota niya, or
Oo.
pineperahan lang niya tayo. Di ba minsan
Oo.
nararamdaman natin yun? Kasi nararamdaman natin yung
Oo.
tapos
Gut
may mga
feel
times
yun
na,
talaga, no?
yes, correct. And may mga times naman na parang, kahit hindi mo kailangan yung product, kahit hindi mo gusto yung product, bibilin mo siya, tapos wala kang buyer's remorse. Gusto mo pa rin siya tignan, masaya ka, happy ka, kasi binili mo siya because of the intention of the person you are talking to, which is,
Oh, I
hindi ka
love that.
pinaparahan, hindi ka niya, good yung intention niya.
Hindi ka na
And
iniisahan.
hindi ka niya iniisaan. Kasi there's, sorry, ang daldal ko, no?
Go lang, ang dami mong kwento eh. Oh.
Okay. Kasi there was a time in my life na, syempre, yung medyo bata-bata pa, gusto ko maging successful. Ito yung mga time na yung nag-start pa lang ako. Sabi ko, paano kaya ako magiging successful? Syempre, para maging successful ka, kailangan mo sundan yung footsteps ng mga successful people, diba? So, I
Mhm.
studied them, I interviewed them, so yung mga may-ari ng company na kumukuha sa akin, kinakausap ko sila, tinatanong ko sila, ano yung, bakit mo ginagawa yung ginagawa mo?
Oh.
Tinatanong, yun yung tanong ko sa kanila. I never heard na kasi mahilig ako, gusto kong kumita, mahilig ako sa pera, gusto kong humiga sa pera. Wala akong naririnig na gano'n. Ang
Mhm.
naririnig ko, almost the same theme, pero ito yung sinasabi nila, because this is my legacy, this is for my family, this is for my people, this is for my employees. So na-realize ko, if your intention is beyond making money, money will just follow. Diba? So if your intention is of service for other people, diba, like in our line of work, we are helping the companies na magkaroon ng magandang show, magandang entertainment. So if your intention is to entertain, not just make money out of
Mhm.
them, di ba, it will show na mas magiging successful yung ginagawa mo, mas makikita yun ng client mo, kukunin ka nila ulit, makikita din yun ng audience mo kasi mag-enjoy sila. Diba? So, intention shows.
I love how you said intention so many times because I love that word. And that's such
Me
an
too.
important word. It's an important word because you're so right, diba? It comes out and it can be a double-edged sword. Like for example, I guess in my case, when I do write podcasts and I want to be able to share good things, and when I am not in a good headspace and I need to record or I need to write something, papahinga muna ako ng isang linggo kasi feeling ko yung intention ko hindi totoo, hindi buo. Even if this is
Yes,
my topic, this is
yes.
what I'm talking about, it's not gonna come out, organic,
Correct.
'di ba, for me. And people feel that, people hear that. Not just in our line of work, but in everyday lives. Minsan merong mga, nakalusot ako dun, you think you get away
Mhm.
with it, but more often than not, people are just letting you get away with it. They love
Correct.
you, so they're letting you get away with it, but they feel your intentions.
They feel it.
And I love that I guess, nag full circle tayo into when you started saying how powerful our minds are. This is why you love what you do because na-amaze ka rin kung gaano ka-powerful yung brains natin. And the intention is, I guess, the effect of the power 'di ba? Kasi even if iniisip mo lang siya, pero dahil yun yung iniisip mo, kahit iba yung sabihin mo, yun yung lumalabas na
Yes.
energy mo.
You know what? I'll give you an example of intention. Kasi I just realized na maraming times na tayo nag-work, maraming times na kita nakita mag-host, ang galing mo talaga. Maraming times mo na rin ako nakita mag-perform. Pero you never experienced this, right? Hindi mo
Mhm.
pa na-experience yung ano. Sige, I'll try something with you.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh my God.
Kasi, isa sa natutunan ko ngayong pandemic bukod sa intention is yung resonance, no? So, na-realize
Mhm.
ko, if I want a person to be happy, I want you to be entertained, I have to start with myself. For example, meron akong gustong mall na puntahan palagi. Kami ng wife ko, may pinaparkingan kami doon na area. Tapos, dahil gusto namin pumasok sa entrance na yun, kasi yung guard doon, ang saya-saya niya pag pumapasok yung mga tao. Hi sir, ma'am, good afternoon, welcome to ganito, enjoy your shopping. Hindi naman
Ah,
nila trabaho yung mag-ganon, di ba? Trabaho nila mag-guard. Pero gumagawa siya ng extra mile to show the
mhm.
people. Nag-resonate yon sa pumapasok na
Ah,
tao. And
I
yung
agree.
secret with selling sa mall is if the person is happy, they will buy. Ganun. So dapat binibigyan ng race yung guard na yon kasi pumapasok ng masaya yung tao. So resonance is you have to start with yourself. So I'm going to resonate something with you. Actually, this is power of suggestion. No? Linagyan ko lang siya ng resonance din para mas lumakas. So I have here a piece of paper and I'm gonna write something down. Siyempre, hindi ko ipapakita sa yung sinusulat ko para medyo may suspense. Okay.
Na-excite ako. Oo.
Feeling ko this will work. Yeah. Papakita ko na sa yung yung view ng paper ko, hindi ko na alisin sa screen kasi dito meron akong sinulat. Actually, yung sinulat ko lang, Kara, is a two-digit number. Two-digit number lang. Okay. Pero mahirap yung two-digit kasi maraming two digits, di ba? Maraming combinations ang two digits. To give you a heads up, hindi ito this has nothing to do with you. This is not an important number. Hindi siya birthday, anniversary, or whatever significant in your life. This is just a random number. And I'm sure while I'm saying random number, parang meron nang pumapasok sa isip mo na two-digit. Am I right? Meron na? Yes. Alright.
Mhm.
For the first time, Kara, loud and clear, ano yung two-digit na pumasok sa isip mo?
I don't know, it just never went out of my head. I kept thinking eight
Sige.
eight.
88. Bakit 88?
Di ko alam, gustong-gusto ko lang talaga yung number na yun.
88, di ba? Parang, kasi siguro, swerte siya or
I know, wait,
maganda.
sorry. Wait, mali ba? Kasi sabi mo sa
Okay
akin
lang.
hindi birthday.
Okay lang.
Sorry, year ako pinanganak 88 eh. So
Okay
maybe
lang.
that's also why.
Actually, sobrang saya ako. Siguro, nag-coincidence lang, gano'n. Na-resonate mo rin sa akin siguro. Pero ito yung na-resonate kasi sobrang saya ko na 88 yung pumasok sa isip mo. Alam mo kung bakit?
No way. No way! What? How did you do that?
Resonance. So, parang, since you
What?
started nagtanong ka kanina, di ba, kung paano ko ginagawa ko. Mas maganda siyang ipakita to example. So, in-resonate ko siya sa'yo. Since kanina pa, yung 8, kasi hindi ko alam kung napapansin mo, in my head, I'm thinking 8. In my gestures, I'm gesturing 8. In my words, minsan pinapasok ko yung 8. Kaya it feels right and it feels easy to say 88, di ba? Kahit yun yung year na pinanganak ka or kahit swerte siya for you. Baka coincidence lang yun, pero I've been resonating 88 with you since kanina pa.
I'm so speechless.
Gusto
Because
mo ba?
like I was it's about wait lang, but I'm trying to decipher it kasi while you were saying parang, oh, think of this number. And then that's the first number that came into my mind. And you were like, nothing significant but I was like, but 8 is so significant to me. Sige nga, tingnan natin. And you were like, what birthday? Pero birth year ko, de, I'll hold on to it. And you're like, 88? No way! What? Isa pa, isa pa.
So, sige. Let's take this a little further. No? So, you thought of 2 digits. Let's make this 6 digits. Mas
Huh?
madami. Mas madami. And the best way, let me just get my phone. The best way to, parang to represent 6 digits is
Mhm.
my lock screen. So, Kara, mamaya, susubukan mong hulaan kung ano yung lock code ko. So, paano ko ba ito ano ng hindi
Susubukan kong
kasi
hulaan?
minsan nabubuksan siya pag dinidikit ko yung finger ko. Yan, okay yan. So,
Okay.
this is my lock screen and you're gonna try to figure out kung ano yung lock code ko. Now, 6 to, no? So, kanina, 2 digits. Ito, 6 naman. Medyo mas mahirap siya. Is there a moment in your life na naisip mo na, sana alam ko kung ano yung lock code niya, ng phone niya?
Oo. Oo.
Yeah, mo. Sa lahat naman tayo naisip natin to. So, pwedeng turuan kita kung paano. Pero, isang mabilisan lang, Kara. What do you think is my lock code? 6 digits to. So, isang mabilisan lang. Tell me a random 6-digit number.
My goodness. 2,
Sabi
3,
ko,
ha?
2,
2, 3,
okay,
4,
4,
8, 8 pa rin for me.
8, 8, isa pa,
Ay, isa pa, 0.
0. Okay. Hindi siya magbubukas kasi isang mabilisan lang yon. And those are random numbers, diba? Out of your head lang siya. Now, the thing with lock code is, kung yung sinabi ko kanina, walang kinalaman sa'yo, walang kinalaman. Yung lock code na to, may kinalaman to sa akin. Kasi usually we put codes on our phone na may
Right,
kinalaman
right.
sa akin, right? Important dates, important number. So, this is something important to me, yung number na to. Now, maganda yung timing na ginawa ko to kasi kanya pa tayo nag-uusap, nagkaroon na tayo ng rapport, and you got to
Mhm.
know me a little better, right? So all you have to do is this, Kara. I want you to imagine right now na slowly you are becoming me. You're becoming Justin Piñon. With all the stories that you heard earlier, with all the things that happened to me, you are slowly going to be Justin. You're slowly going to be a mind reader. That's right. Now,
Mhm.
all you have to do is believe. Believe na you are Justin now. With all the things na natutunan mo sa akin, with all the things na you heard about my life, yung nangyari sa aking breakup, mga important things na nangyari sa buhay ko, magiging madali na lang sa'yo to. All you have to do is believe and be confident enough that you are Justin now. Since you are Justin, this is your lock code now. Diba? It's going to be easy for you. Whatever number na lumabas sa isip mo, yun yung ipipindutin ko dito. And it's going to be easy, Kara, because you are me now. So what do you think is the first digit?
Na-pressure ako, ah. 3?
3, okay. Next.
What if it's just one number that's resonating in my head right now?
Puro 3, ganon.
Di naman.
What do you think is the second number? You don't have to think. Parang madali na lang siya
Feel it
because this is
na.
yours. Yeah.
3, 7,
Okay, 7. Next.
0,
0. Okay. Next.
1,
1. Okay. Next.
2,
2. Okay. Last.
3.
3. Now, when I press 3, tapos nag-open yung phone ko, isa ka ng ganap na mind reader. And I'm sure yung mga listeners natin, sobrang magpapalakpakan for you because you are now a mind reader. So, let's see. The last number was 3, tama? Yung isa mo, 3? Okay. Let's see. 3. Boom!
Paano mo
Congratulations!
ginawa
Tara.
yon, Justin?
You are now a mind reader. How does it feel? Na mind reader ka na. Ginamitan kita ng hypnosis. Conversational hypnosis. Nung sinabi ko sa'yo na it's going to be easy for you. Yun yung, kasi usually, akala natin yung hypnosis is close your eyes, di ba? Ganun, trance, blah, blah, blah. Yun, conversational hypnosis yun. Ina-unlock ko yung brain mo na to be open and to open to suggestion and marinig mo yung mga sinasabi ko and with all the important numbers in my life. Kaya 3 kasi June 3 ako pinanganak eh. Yeah, so,
No way!
important yung 3.
Kagi.
Number 7, swerte sa akin yung 7. So, those are
Hindi
my
nga,
numbers talaga.
mahalaga nga sa'yo yung number 3?
Yes, yes. Kasi June 3 ako pinanganak. So, important sa akin yung 3. Lahat ng, nung
Get out
nagbabasketball
of
ako,
here, Justin! No
well,
way!
sa basketball, my number is always number 3.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, saan ba? Kaya pala puro 3 yung naiisip ko in my head because that number is special to you. But how did I even feel that? You didn't say 3
Resonance.
anytime, anywhere in this conversation.
Yes,
Did you?
because subconsciously. Hindi, wala akong binanggit na 3, pero sinisingit ko siya subconsciously in your head.
Talaga?
How I say my words. Diba? Minsan meron akong, hindi ko alam kung napapansin mo, pero minsan may mga mali akong nasasabi, may mga wrong grammar ako. Sinasadya ko yun minsan para pumasok yung suggestion na gusto ko.
Okay, this is freaking me out, but okay, I'm sure. Grabe. And it takes, I'm sure, years and years and years of,
Correct. Yes.
studying this and reading people and my God. But okay, I know that's not magic because it's something that you really studied, right? It's not magic. It's the art of you using your mind and reading me and suggesting and also kind
Yeah.
of, tinkering around with my brain with your suggestions. So, doable siya and that's because that super powerful ng brains natin. But this is
Yes.
something, my next question to you is something that was going on and on in my head while you were doing this. Because honestly, there was a part of me that was so scared I was gonna get it wrong. Or that I was so scared na mali yung number kasi parang feeling ko, shit, di ba tayo nag-resonate? Alam mo yun, takot akong magkamali, takot akong hindi mo mahulaan, alam mo yun? But I do know you can do it, but there was a part of me that was like, what if. So my next question to you is, was there ever a time that your read was completely wrong? And what does that mean when that happens for someone who's as good as you in what you do?